The rain slatted hard against the diner window, blurring the headlights of the infrequent traffic on Route 9. It was 2:45 a.m. Elena wiped down the counter for the fourth time, desperate for anything to keep her awake. The only other person in the diner was a man in a damp gray overcoat sitting in the back booth. He'd arrived an hour ago, ordered a black coffee, and hadn't touched it. He just stared straight ahead, his posture stiff and unnaturally upright. "Hey, buddy," Elena called out, her voice echoing in the empty fluorescent-lit space. "We're locking up in 15 minutes." The man didn't move. He didn't blink. Frowning, Elena grabbed the coffee pot to top him off, hoping a little proximity would nudge him out of his trance. As she stepped closer to the booth, she noticed the smell. It wasn't the damp wool of his coat. It was a faint chemical tang, like copper and formaldehyde. "Sir?" she asked, stopping a few feet away. From this angle, she could see beneath the brim of his hat. Her breath hitched. The man's skin was translucent, almost like wax, and his eyes were wide, unmoving glass spheres. But what caught her attention was his ear. A thick, dark seam ran along his jawline, held together by crude, heavy black threads. As she froze in terror, a soft mechanical click echoed from inside his chest. Slowly, the man's mouth hinged open, not smoothly but in jerky millimeter-by-millimeter drops. There was no tongue inside, just a small brass-rimmed speaker grill nestled in the back of his throat. A burst of static hissed from the speaker, followed by a voice. It wasn't the man's voice. It was Elena's own voice, recorded from exactly 30 seconds ago, perfectly mimicking her tired inflection. "Hey, buddy, we're locking up in 15 minutes. The mechanical click sounded again. The man's right arm snapped upward with a violent bone-dry jerk, his hand extending toward her. Tied around his pale wrist by a thin piece of twine was a heavy, tarnished silver key. From the dark highway outside, the sudden, deafening sound of a semi-truck air horn shattered the silence. Elena spun around to look out the front window. An old rusted transport truck had pulled into the gravel lot. Its headlights were off, but the back doors of the trailer were wide open, revealing an interior packed shoulder to shoulder with dozens of pale, motionless figures, all staring blankly toward the diner doors. When Elena turned back to the booth, the man in the gray coat was gone. The only thing left on the table was the silver key, still warm, and a fresh, wet footprint pointing toward the back kitchen door.